You don't know what you have until it's gone. All of us in one way or another, we take things for granted. We take for granted things like electricity, clean running water, a roof over our heads. We take for granted a car that gets us to and from work or to and from the store. We take for granted family and friends. We take them all for granted. That is until they're no longer around, until they're gone. But the truth is, we all take things for granted. We take little things for granted. We take big things for granted. We take for granted those things that have always been and we always believe they're going to be there for us, but when they're gone, those are the things that we miss the most. We don't realize what we have until we no longer have it. In essence, that goes to the heart of it. We don't know what we have until it's gone. And so I usually advise people at this particular point to appreciate what they have. Sometimes to stop and smell the roses. Or to stop and count your blessings and name them one by one, as the lyrics of the song go. And here's where I'm getting at. This is why I'm talking about this, is that we don't want to wait until the 1,000 flags over Mesquite, until we no longer have it, until it's gone. Further, we need to stop taking it for granted that it's always going to be there. We need to appreciate it now. Because there are very few cities in the United States that have this ceremony, that have these flags displayed in this manner. And the reason is because a lack of community support. And it's taken its toll across this nation. And so Mesquite is one of the few cities that still hold this special event. And the last thing I think we want is to appreciate it after it's gone. As a community, I truly believe we don't want to know that something would be gone. And I believe we're going to hate if it's gone and we don't appreciate why it is here. The reason I'm saying this is because several weeks back I was talking to somebody and their friend has been living in town for several years. And they noted, oh, is that the thing that has all the flags in the field? You know, I've driven by it sometimes, and you know what, I've liked it, but I don't know when it's on, and I don't know why it's there, I don't know who's doing it. And the unfortunate part is that is the case for most of a community, and most of our community. And so I would hate for us to sit around in the years to come and reminisce of how great something was, rather than how great something is. Now, I'm not saying that 1,000 flags is going down. Please don't get me wrong. What I've seen over the last several years is I've seen overall the amount of support and the attendance of the community going down, while the need of this particular program increasing. The two don't match. The Exchange Club of Mesquite has done an absolutely fabulous job in what they have started and what they've continued to do here. And as a community, I think that we need to thank them for doing this, because they've kept this going along with sponsors and supporters. They've done a remarkable job. And so this November 10th through the 17th, the Exchange Club of Mesquite is once again putting on 1,000 flags over Mesquite. It's going to be held in the field next to the Recreation Center. And there's going to be two special ceremonies commemorating our veterans and commemorating the American flag. The first ceremony is going to be on Veterans Day, November 11th. The second ceremony is going to be the closing ceremony where they'll celebrate the flag, the American flag, which is on the 17th at the closing ceremony. And so what I'm asking for the community to do is to help support it. To go to the field, walk the field. It'll take your breath away, especially if you walk the field at night. And you're in the middle of 1,000 flags, and that's all you see. But also support it and go into the ceremonies. Take your family and your friends. Make this a family event. Go to the ceremonies as they honor the veterans, as they honor the American flag. Maybe even purchase a flag for someone who has served or is serving right now. Or a ribbon, buy a ribbon in honor of them. Maybe give of your time, because there's going to be a 24-hour watch for 7 days, because you have to stand and watch over the American flag when it's flying. And so there's going to be a watch for 24 hours a day for 7 days a week between November 10th and November 17th. Take advantage of this. Very few in our country have what we have here. So we need to take advantage of it before it is too late. So don't wait till it's too late. Don't take it for granted. I hate for us to say about 1,000 flags over Mesquite that we didn't know what we had until after it was gone. As you leave here today, one of the things I'm going to ask you to do, there's something else and I'll get to that in a moment. But I'm going to ask you, stop at the table out there and pick up a brochure. See what is going on with 1,000 flags. And see how you might be able to help and participate in this program. I think my thing just went off saying I've talked too long. My telephone's talking to me. But I'd like to thank you all for coming out. And this was a little bit of a confusing time. From 5:30 to 6 to 6:30. We've had all different times that this was going to start. So thank you for coming, and those who came at 5:30, thank you for coming and staying. But I want to thank the policemen and the firemen here at Mesquite. You know, it's something that unfortunately you guys don't hear enough. Especially the officers that are on patrol when you have to pull somebody over. I don't think they clap when they come up to the window. Remember that when they come up to your window, you clap for them. Sure. But thank you so much for all that you do and for the time that you give, because I know that many of you give beyond that 8 hours. I know that you give beyond of yourself and of your family, so thank you personally for the wonderful service that we all partake of because of you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Kind of can lead them out into the hallway. And if I could have the chief and captain come on up as they are going to end us in the firemen's and the policeman's prayer.
Police officer's prayer. Lord, I ask you to be with me in a very special way as I face the challenges that I must face each day. Please give to me compassion for the innocent I see. Help me to protect and serve those who depend on me. And when duty calls to danger, walk closely by my side. Instill in me great courage and be my strength, my guide. And whatever I am called to do, always thankful I will be that you have been the unseen guest walking next to me.
The fireman's prayer. When I'm called to duty, God,
whenever flames may rage. Give me the strength to save some life, whatever be its age. Help me to embrace a little child before it's too late, or some older person for the horror of that fate. Enable me to be alert and hear the weakest shout, and quickly and efficiently put the fire out. I want to fill my calling and give the best in me to guard my neighbor and protect his property. And if according to your will I have to lose my life, please bless with your protecting hand my children and my wife.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you, Captain. That basically concludes our Remember 9/11 ceremony. We would like you to step out and please shake the hands of all of these officers. They're here for us, and so we want to